it going on? You're turning me on. Baby, come to me. Gotta have you. Thinking of you. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go in this one. Don't forget just ran in here real quickly. Baby, come to me. Gotta have you. Thinking of you. Oh. Greetings to 6 people. Why it ain't 6 likes? You're not being a hater again, are you? That's not a good look. I'm just gonna run down in here. Bring your goddamn ice over here. I'm sick of your shit. Ooh, child, why is they locking up goddamn chargers? Now I gotta wait for somebody to come up here and open it. Can I get a charger? I'm so baffled. I don't even really see no
There's some cheaper ones up there.
I just the iPhone.
I think so.
Okay. It's the iPhone, ain't it? I can't see shit. That's one too. How much is it? How much is these? I can't even see the price on it.
I'd have to share.
Oh hell. That say this. I don't want no surprise. Oh no, that's got that thing.
There's two of them.
It's alright, I'll just get this one. You say you can go down there. Child. I'm just trying to make fetch happen. What y'all doing? Nah. Baby, gratitude. Child, it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly. Y'all know that's another pet peeve. I should have talked about this shit on the show. It's my pet peeve. I hate a whole bunch of like harkins like on the ground, and you gotta keep stepping over. Like, who the fuck was just out here just grossly motherfucking spitting like this and shit? Like, knock it the fuck off. It's hurting so bad. Little Dreddy behind me was cute. He young though. Not that I care. Not that I give a shit. But I might be barking up the wrong tree because he almost got a little twist to him. What up, Coretta? Child, my head hurt, my back hurt. Whew. My body is going through a detox. It's not used to not having no sweets and shit. My phone charge was low. And who the time he wanna talk? And that's my baby love. So gonna let him have his moment and talk and conversation and say whatever he wanna say. Because I love him dearly. I have heartfelt feelings. What y'all doing? Yours been hurting all day, child. This little back. I have to take a muscle relaxer, but the muscle relaxer be the one I get, child. It's so damn strong, honey. It puts me right on to sleep. I forget, like it take maybe 5-10 minutes for that bitch to kick in. No bullshit, no whole bars, none of that. I'm telling you, 5 to 10 minutes. I'm a drowsy, dizzy person, and running the streets, me, man. I went and got me something to eat with my daughter. I just dropped her off. And my daughter, this is me and Toddy. Little Todd, she was with her little friend. But me and Toddy went and got something to eat. I was in there putting it away too. I was in there putting it away. What did I eat, you ask? Hooters. Hooters scrimps. Well, how did y'all think the show went? What did y'all think about the show? It was our little pilot episode, and we gotta tweak some things, and if something could go wrong, it was going wrong, but it was still all right. We still rolled it out. I think it went very well. I was very pleased with our team and how everything went. I could feel everybody's nerves. I knew everybody was nervous, but I'm happy it's over with. That first initial get it done. I'm glad about that. This moon is huge, and it's like some sort of, it ain't half, like a quarter moon type shit, but it is huge. Now, what I do like about when you can see like the moon, when you little, you just think it just look the way it look. But I can see the full moon, but I can also see where it's shadowed. Child, I'm so full. My head hurt, my back hurt. Man, I was trying to watch. I still got to watch it, but I watched a little bit of it. The live that I did earlier. You know exactly what I mean. Yes. But the live that I did earlier, I tried to, first of all, when I tried to do the horoscopes first, sometimes you got to tell people you ain't playing. But I was trying to watch it back, girl. And I must say, excuse me, I do be quite blown away when I see how the lights do. The lights really going. They be really, I mean, I saw all of the orbs, orbs. And then even tonight on the show, it came right across the top of my head. It was big too. It was a big orb. I seen it fly ahead. I didn't know if anybody else seen it, but I didn't want to interrupt the show to say, hey, did anybody see that orb? It was all kind of orbs flying. I was getting them up, boy. I was rising them up. Get up, deities. They over here acting the fuck out of crazy. Come show them who you working with. Heard. Probably your uncle. Oh, because I was reading you. What's up, 100? I was about, I was about to talk some shit like, girl. But yeah, it could have been because I was reading you. Yeah, but I think it was before that, but still could have been there because he probably was walking around type shit. I said, one lonely ass little orb that flew across my head. As soon as I park, we gonna talk and see what it got going on. Oh, damn, I be tired. I've been up since probably like almost 7. Yosef woke me up to go walking, and I'm like, not this morning, Yosef. I went yesterday. Yosef hit me with, oh, okay, it's your body. I said, man, no, I said, fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do. I said, okay. Let me get up. I mean, it wasn't even no harsh judgment. He just let me make my own decision, and I knew by his tone of his energy that I probably should get up and do the best for me that I could do for me today. And once I got up and got to moving, I was good. And they know that about me. They know that once I get up and move, cool, I'm gonna be all right. But it's that pulling that cover off, getting up. Ugh. I will find a million goddamn excuses. Dear America, please stop making paper straws. I hate them. I understand about the plastic straws, but the paper cardboard straws are horrible. They become mush. Please stop it. P.S. Stop being racist and prejudiced and killing people. Come on the floor. I'm done. Oh, my back. Oh, golly. Oh, I cannot have it flare up. Ooh, I can't stand the flare up, honey. Child, because this back flare up, honey. I didn't been to the point where they didn't have to pick me up off the floor. I ain't lying to you. Mind if I sign to you? They ain't had to pick my ass up off this floor before, child. Ay, como me duele. Oh, listen to the birds. They is talking. Come on the floor. All right, let's see what you're talking about. My eyeball looked very weird just now. Oh, God, my back. What y'all doing? Y'all see my necklace? I like it. I like it a lot. Ay, como me duele. Oh, gratitude, Patty Pooh. Oh, TJ, gratitude. I need it. You say, no, ma'am, after a certain time, they ain't birds. They is talking. They is, I don't even know where they is at in this tree. Carmen, I just been getting up walking, and it's been a few times now. The first time I went walking was the other day. I was in a different state, and I went walking, and it wasn't even very long, but it was the effort, and because the trail that I went to wasn't right, and I don't play with genomes all the time, and I had to park in front of a genome house because the park was like very residential, and I'm like, I don't play with genomes all the time. Don't say shit about me parking right here because it's liable to go down. Well, come on, Yuda. Niggas out. What we talking about? Hmm. Okay. Okay. I said, well, come on, Yuda. He said, can I talk? I said, well, come on, Yuda. I said, well, what we talking about? He said, I want to talk about some very, he got so serious. I like when he be serious. He said, I want to talk about some very important things that Joan Rivers did not get to completely finish sharing. And I know that he has been wanting to say this because from that night, the other night, when I interviewed Joan, did I tell you I'm about to interview Princess Diana? We gonna do it up? Um, there was some things that she wanted to say that we had cut off, and so she wasn't able to completely finish her interview. And that's one thing that Yehuda told me. He said, because I asked him, I said, are we able to facilitate an interview with Princess Diana? And he said he would facilitate it, he can make it happen. But if he does that, I have to agree not to cut her short or cut her off like I did Joan, um, because I'm gonna be okay. And I said, yes, but I wanna. If I do it, I wanna do it like like I wanna do it up. I'ma throw on my little lacy lace and maybe put it in a crown or in a bun. And I want to have on the gloves and a beautiful dress, and I want to have a little table with teapot and tea and gratitude, Tanya, um and tea and crumpets, even though it's going to be biscuits. I don't know they're biscuits or crumpets. Yeah, she got some juice to spill. And so what Yehuda was just saying, um he play all day. He gonna tell me I'm long-winded. I'm just trying to give them the introduction into what you're about to talk about. So he wants to talk about, um, he's been mentioning it all day, okay? And since the other day, he's been saying it. He wants to talk about some things that are happening, like almost like a world reading, but he keeps saying Harvey Weinstein, allegedly. I don't know why he kept saying it. Oh, gratitude, you guys. I'm so glad y'all liked the show tonight, man. I didn't know. I was wondering. But he keeps saying Harvey Weinstein, and he's been wanting to talk about Harvey Weinstein since Joan didn't get to talk about Harvey. And so we're going to let Yehuda say what he needs to say about Mr. um, Harvey Weinstein. You said spirit got to him. What you mean? I don't know why I be doing that. Like I got my glasses on. Gratitude, y'all. Gratitude. Okay. Oh, they're looking for him. Oh, are they? I, child, I don't need Yehuda. He talking about some. I don't need it. Okay, so what about it? They're looking for him, but what? Okay, let me just listen. Let me give reverence and let me listen. Oh, you here? Mm, okay, had to say my reverence. I'm trying to get out of saying prayer, so I say my reverence. Gratitude to Maya J for that word. Okay. First thing he said was jumping or jump, and then he says that allegedly that Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Tom Hanks. It's someone else. It's someone's name to start with an I or something. It's not Iggy. Ike. Like they're hiding, because they don't want to face. I asked him. I said the tribunal. He said we don't care about that. They don't want to face. They don't want to face like the High Council and the universal court proceedings. They don't want to face them for some reason in that. You mean literally? He says because they don't want to face them because they're going to cut their heads off. And I said, you mean literally? And he said decapitate. So where are we going with it? What do you want to, like, where you want to go with the conversation though? He says they've been moving the children through the tunnels. He says to repeat this. Okay. I was there. I was present. I know everything else you wanted to say. Oh, gratitude, 91 people, 91 likes. But, okay. Because I was asking him, like, it's only 90 something people on here. Do you think they're even watching? And he said, don't worry, they will see this. So we're just going to go ahead and give the message. He says, in the transportation through the tunnels, I was there. I was present. I saw it. I stood in spirit. Um, and he says, when the red thing dropped, I feel like one of the children went down to pick it up and was like, I want to say the word chastised, but he makes me feel like we're not talking about a chastisement. We are talking about like a child was like hitting their head, like physically abused because they stepped out, or they stepped out of line, or they dropped something. You know what I mean? Okay. Yehuda says the chest cavity was crushed. So was the head. It was brain matter peeking through the skull. And you all went on to the next child. This is some sort of ritual allegedly that was done on the fairgrounds. What do you mean by that? Okay. He says he's not going to explain. He is just going to give this information because they understand what he's talking about. There's an underground tunnel system, and that's where they choose to put, allegedly, some of the carnivals or fairgrounds have tunnel systems up under them, and they move the children via the tunnel systems up under there, which is why so many children come up missing. Right, like on us, like on us. He says Jordan Peele allegedly is not just telling tales and telling stories, he is telling you factual truth. You just fucked me up with that. You just completely blew my mind. He said, side note, he told me to show y'all what I got him the other day. I carry it. He say these is good if y'all would like to get him one of these. Wowzers. So there are tunnel systems under the fairgrounds, and they move the children under there. Okay, got it. Check. Okay, let's go. Okay, okay. Just walk me through it, because I'm here for you. I'm the vessel for you. Just walk me through it. I don't, however long we take with it, I don't care. He says the blue, and I said the blue, what, the, like for boys, he said the blue does not represent the boys, something else represents boys. He says the blue represents which mode of transportation they will be using. So if it's blue, that means like a semi truck. Green is a cargo plane. Red is the underground tunneling systems. He's telling me about yellow and white. It feels like the way he's saying it, like yellow is like some sort of private. mode of transportation, maybe like a bus system or something like that. Um, and then white, if their names are by white, it's like they have arrived or they are where they need to be or they're getting ready to be moved. Brown or black by the name is if they're a melanite. Pink, pinkish is if they are genome or a different race. Like that's how they also label that. He says, we want you to know we know you've put markings on them. You're marking them so you'll know, or they're like marked by the territory. Um, mm, Allegedly, the cartel marks them so they'll know their property. And it was allegedly like the cartel or the, mm, I don't want to keep this in. Mm, okay. Like the mafia or the cartels, they're the ones that came up with the systems. Some of them are mules. He's cutting them across the stomach and stuffing them with like drugs or something, bags of drugs or diamonds or it's something in bags. They're putting them in there. And then are you serious? He says this is much like the movie Lucy. And I said to him, I said, but that would kill them. He says it doesn't matter to them if they die. It doesn't matter to them as long as the merch makes it. And it's like they tend to use the older children for that. Like more of the genome children. Like their DNA are compromised, so it's not really much they can do with them unless they use them at a young age, allegedly for adrenochrome or for sexual purposes. But it's almost like after 13 or 14 or something, they dispose of them. They don't like them past those ages. Like 13, it feels like the cutoff or the max. He says for me to say this name, and I said, do I need to say allegedly? And he said, just say the name, but I'm going to say allegedly. He says Jerome Shepard, Brian Tillman or Brian Tileman. Oh, not, he says it's not Jerome, it's Gerard Shepard. I think, well, he says something like the brother, and then he says Tony or Anthony, Tony or Anthony. He says, of course, we know because we've talked about that before, but I'm going to repeat it because Yehuda says to say it. He says, allegedly, Kanika Jenkins was, of course, a paid hit for her organs, and he said it actually kind of went wrong because the young boys went rogue, and they were paid. Um, they were supposed to be paid handsomely, and then he is also saying, that's what Jones said too, that a lot of these young people are being paid to trade upon each other. They're being used as mules and recruits. He keeps saying goats. I don't know why he's calling them goats, but I'm going to say goats because he's saying that. But that's a lot of children. We're not talking about just in one spot. And he's making me, what he said was, Yehuda says, um, first I thought he said 30,000. Like I thought he was showing me 30,000, but he wasn't. He put another zero on it, and it's 300,000. 300,000 children only strictly from mid-February to the end of March, maybe April 1st. 300,000 children were moved and stolen or taken globally. Globally. And I said, that's a lot of children. And he said, that's why this message is so important. You don't understand. They're taking them from group homes. Do you know how many children are in group homes? They're taking them from the streets. They're taking the homeless ones. They're taking the foreign ones. They're increasing. 300,000 children is a lot. He says, do you think we don't know that? I do. I do. I'm so apologetic. He says some of them don't have birth certificates. Some of them have been bred for this purpose. Like they're going into the jungles and taking children because he says Congo. And that is why this is important because Joseph is upset behind this. He says the Congos, Indonesia, Asia, which is Indonesia, but various like countries, they take a lot of children from like the Asian countries because they don't want overpopulation. Brazil, Honduras, Panama, some from Australia, not many, he says. He says probably like somewhat over 100,000 from the Americas alone. It's a lot of children. Various age ranges, even babies. They're coming from like orphanages. He shows me that they are still allegedly putting like documents because people don't go and check them. They, oh God, okay, slow it down. They don't go and check the orphanage systems. And so they're still documenting these children as if they're still in these orphanages and they're not. And then I asked him, I said, but wouldn't like the caseworkers and things? And he said, everyone is in on it, Quatita. So I got a little scared. Um, I've never seen him like this. Hmm. Calm down. He says, where are the children that were in the cages? Where are the children that were in the cages? He keeps repeating, there are golden children that are missing. Yeah, they're corrupt. He says the oracle children. He's calling the golden children. He said golden children, rainbow children, crystal children. And then he says the golden children, the oracle children. He says this fight is real. You all can't see it. You have to wake up. Rise. Rise. Yes, gratitude. Someone's name like Devin McCouchy, McCowans, McWichens, something similar. And the names is like Devin. There's someone else named Harbuncle. Something about allegedly they signed all of the paperworks. They signed the paperwork. They put the paperworks together. Hutchins, Camel or Camille. Oh, the yellow is the boats. They're like cargo boats because he's showing me like there is a shipment due to come in New York like tonight or tomorrow night in New York. He keeps saying the pier, off the pier or something like that. It's like up there like New York or New Jersey, but I feel like it's New York. He said Stanford. Is that Connecticut? And something about coming from Brazil. A lot of the children come from Brazil, especially the dark complected children. They don't want them there. He's showing me, oh, understood. Listen, it's all kind of like numbered and colored, and it's some sort of different kind of green or turquoise. Um, that means that they're hauling them inside of the vehicles, like they're putting them to sleep with sedatives and like stacking them in the cars, in the trunks, the brand new cars that are being moved by cargo systems like on the trucks, and they're putting them in the trunks, but they're sedated. Like I kept having that dream where I was in a cargo plane and they're all sedated. They sedate them and they just kind of stack them on each other like they're like property and rugs and shit, but they're babies, and they're just stacking them in the trunks of the cars, and then they're moving them like they're cargo, and they're selling the cars, but before they run the cars through the car lots, like it's like some sort of process. Some of the car lots are in on it. That's how these oh That's how some of these businesses were able to stay open during COVID. That was their promise. And that's how they were able to stay open during COVID. Some of these places. Some of these people have been approached where the companies may not necessarily know. And what we're talking about like mail systems, of shipments of like mail and different things. Like some people have been approached personally where the entity in which they work for has no idea that they're getting paid to pull over their routes and do this. And they've been approached, like they approached them at like truck stops and different things like that. And they're paying them in cash. Like human trafficking plus like narcotics. It's a whole system. And then allegedly he shows me a semi truck, and then he puts a red dot on it, and then he connects it to like a cargo boat, and then he connects it to a cargo plane, and then he says, excuse me, rest assured we will destroy you all. Hotels. Oh, right. We just was talking about, but yeah, okay. He says hotels allegedly are in on this. Like he says, bigger corporation. He keeps showing me a name specifically. I'm not gonna call the name, but I will say the father who owns this hotel has two daughters, um, who are allegedly whores, and everybody knows what's happening, don't they? Everybody knows what's happening, don't they? Everyone in Hollywood knows what's happening because the hotel chain, allegedly, and they have two daughters, and one just recently supposed to be getting married, who was best friend with a trashian, and they know, like everybody kind of knows about this, and if they don't know personally, they've heard it. And the things that they do, because like some of them prefer older women, girls, but not like real older. I mean, like I don't think anyone who do like the older ones, they're not like past like 21, if they even are that, but they have to look fairly young. And they do very, very violent things to them because he keeps showing it to me. Like they have a girl hanging up and they keep grabbing her by her throat and they keep like, they have stuck their hand into her side of her stomach. I assume maybe they are removing the package from her stomach. It is so bad. It's bad. It is bad, the torture. It is bad. It's bad. Oh, to Tetron, help. It is bad because they sexually assault them and abuse them beyond comprehension. And then, like, they're looking at them, like, in their face while they're doing these sadistic things. And they're not, like, giving them anesthesia. They're, like, putting a hole in the side of the stomach and pulling the packages out. And the pain is ridiculous, and it doesn't matter, they bleed out and they've already hurt them like violently and sexually. Huh. Wow. 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 Like there's no mistake why there's so many hotels connected all around each other, because a lot of them are tunneling systems. And he says make no mistake, just because we call it a tunneling system does not mean that they are underground. Because he tells me like even in the area of which I am sitting in right now, around hotels, there are at least 5 rooms in various hotels, like one here, one there, one over there, one over there, like at least 5 rooms that are occupied, like holding children and things like that. And then he showed me this. You would think that they were Mennonite families with a lot of children. Those children, some of those children don't belong to them. They're getting paid. Mennonites are getting paid to move these children, and they know what's happening, but because of the poverty, oh, I can just scream. I can just scream. And they think they getting paid, and they are, but they're not getting paid. Like, I can't even say what's worth it because you're not getting paid like that. They're like getting paid like, it's like so much per child. And he keeps showing me like between $1,000 to $5,000. And it's not even like, some is per child, but it's like a group of 3, you get like $5,000 from it or something like that. Like 3 or 4 children, you get like 5,000 from that. um they've paid junkies for their babies. Some of they have hidden some of their people work, and like, that's how that was on I Spit on Your Grave. That's how it was on I Spit on Your Grave. You would think that they were county or social workers, but really they have been placed and planted there to move the paperwork. He says there is about 5 hotel chains that are very big inside of this, and you would think that one has nothing to do with the other, but some of them are owned by the same people. And he said, don't be fooled because, like, some of these people that own these hotels are owned by, like, networks of people where some are senators and judges, but they have their hand in the pot, allegedly, meaning they are helping and financing because they're also using this system. They've put it in like help to put it into place because they're using it, the funneling systems, they're using it. So you have some county commissioners and judges and politicians, senators and things like that, and they are helping to push things through the law system, legal system, the paperworks, the jurisdictions, ICE, allegedly, um, marinas. Spirit Yehuda says, be like, for those of you who are doing like trucking and dispatch work, he says be very careful because a lot of people do not open up the cargo, the truck, to see what is in it because they tell you not to, which is why I used to drive trucks, you're absolutely right. They put these flag things on there, they seal it, and they'll know if you've broken that. Just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do the gestures he's asking me to do. He's telling me to do my thing. I don't know why. I do, yeah. It's like the name sounds like David Kaepernick. Hmm. But I said like the football player, like what's his name, Colin Kaepernick or something, and then he tells me yes, but it feels like this person may allegedly have some sort of relation there, and then he took me to the back of the grocery store, and I asked him. I said, "Are they moving the children through the grocery stores? I'm so drained and tired." And he says, "No, they're placing their meats there, the fat of the body, the meats, and selling them. They're paying the butchers and not in the grocery stores, but the butchers, and they're paying the slaughterhouses to process. They're paying them because they're not processing animal meat like that anymore right now, and they're paying them not to. They're paying them to process the bodies allegedly, and then they're handing off the skin, mm, to to the fashion houses in which they are putting them into the clothing and in the bags. And then they're putting the skins into big pots or something in like some sort of system of boiling it, because I see them boiling it and then they boil it off of the bodies. They're boiling it off of the bodies and skinning them. He said it makes it tender for them to be able to remove the flesh from the physical. And then they make their face creams and their youth serums, allegedly. Am I me right now, Makochita? Okay. Dollywood, Dollywood, allegedly, allegedly. Six Flags, allegedly. Kentucky Kingdom, allegedly. Yosemite, allegedly. Kings Island, allegedly. Six Flags, Six Flags, allegedly. Allegedly. National State Parks, allegedly. They were ordered at the beginning of the 90s, end of the 80s. Beginning of the 90s, there is an order, a memo that went out that says you can no longer put the children's faces that are missing on the milk cartons. They were paid handsomely to stop reporting missing children. It was a national memo that went out to the heads of the different companies where they were no longer allowed to put the missing children's faces on like milk cartons and have you seen me posters, the little small posters that used to come into the mail. The memo went out where they could not no longer do that. They got paid to not do it. He says they were moving them along the plane systems, but that got too chancy. And so they had to start using private charter planes in which they are getting paid to do very handsomely. Like it's almost like some of these people are living for free. And when they have to do things like that, the taxes increase, even though we're not supposed to pay taxes. Like we're paying to have these children moved and murdered and curried. It's a currying system for 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 people. And the top of this building, in the top of this building in which I sit, there are 3 children currently waiting to be moved. They will be moved Sunday between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. So that's 3 and then 1 there and then 1 there. There. Okay. Mm, They're paying, they're paying, they're paying them very good monies on the systems of like the housewives and stuff. Like they're paying them extra monies to like love and hip hop and things like that allegedly. They're paying them very good monies to keep the minds distracted so people are not looking. Will and Jada, Chris Rock. There's 3 systems into place with that. Allegedly, Jada's the handler. And all 3 of them are under mind control. They made, allegedly, yes. They made Will break Jaden when he was like 3 or 4. Broke his mind. He broke his mind at like 3 or 4 years old. They made him break his mind. And he began the process of breaking his mind at that point because his mind is broken as well. Will. He is under contract. He is under control. Gratitude. Allegedly. He's under MK Ultra. They did not show you Jada because Jada flashed something. When she flashed it, it made him get up and go do what he did. Allegedly. And they have to be, Adrian, the mother has to be careful because they were going to kill her. They were going to kill the mother 2 years ago. They were going to kill her. And then they also thought about it like a little while ago, like a year ago or 6 months ago. They were going to do it again. But they're paying a price. There's a penance to be paid. Allegedly, Chris Rock is being hosted. Jerry O'Donnell. Jerry O'Donnell. It's an actor. Allegedly, he is also part of the 12 and Under crew with Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein allegedly is the one of the heads of the ring, and they have many things on like the internet. They're underground on the internet, and they live stream them. They're live streaming them. There's a live stream currently going on about 4 different sites right now. One of them is extreme abuse to children. One of them is a porn site. One of them is a pedophilia site where they like defecate and stretch the anal holes, and they use milk for something. He pours the milk on them. Inside of the anal holes, they pour the milk. I don't know. Jewish, Jew, Ramadan, distractions. Holidays are the biggest. Holidays are the biggest. The distraction of the holidays. Easter, they take a lot of children during Easter. There's a lot of children going to be missing. Easter. Camps, they take them from the camps. Nobody reports it. Nobody reports it. They think they report it. They wipe their minds clean. And they think they've reported it, but they've planted memories. They're erasing people's minds and replanting things in it. I can stop now. Joan told them. Joan told them they are never alone, that you watch everything, and we know that you do. You have spies everywhere. And so do we. And so do we. And so do we. We see everything. Everything. There is not much that we do not see. You have tricked them, but you will not trick us. They horribly molested and raped allegedly Gary Coleman and Webster. They like the smaller ones that don't grow properly. Dana knew it. She knew it. And it was disturbing because her and Gary were very close. And she could not save nor help him. And when she wanted to speak out, you all killed her. You fed her drugs. You made sure she was addicted to it. That's what they like to do at their parties where they bring the innocents. They give them drugs unknowingly and cause addictions in them. Then they feed the addiction. We are not blind. We will end this transmission now, though. Quatita needs rest. This planet stinks. And the way you have hidden it is disgusting. It stinks here. It smells. It smells of feces and dead bodies. Your atmosphere is shit. Atmosphere? Atmosphere is shit. We will leave you be. Ay, como me duele. My chest hurt. Gratitude. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Yehuda says, be aware when you see semi trucks parked at hotels. A lot of the times, not every time, but a lot of the times, they're waiting for the call. Gratitude. Oh, I'm gonna go because I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. Peace.